Hey, good morning, YouTube. Making my way over here to Tuolumne County, meeting with a gentleman from Facebook who is familiar with this area. Going to be riding in the Red Hills. So the gentleman that I'm going to be meeting, a guy named Fred, reached out to me on Facebook, said he'd love to show me around this area. He said the area we're going to be riding is pretty rocky and a lot of brush. You should probably consider wearing knee pads and elbow pads and maybe even long pants. All right. Good. Woo! At least it's cool.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine this in the summer. By April, I'm done here.
Right.
I'm pretty sure this used to be a year-round campground for Indians here. Oh, I brought a metal detector down here one day and just covered this whole area.
Yeah?
Good? Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
Bullets.
Woo!
Yeah.
There's some work here. Some work to be done. Oh boy, Tuolumne County. The county seat here is Sonora. The population for the county is about 55,000. Only 5,000 in Sonora. Sonora is the only incorporated city in the county. Tuolumne County is one of the original counties, one of the original 27s. So California became an official part of the Union in 1850. This area out here is kind of a lot of the old gold country. So in the 1840s, a guy named John Sutter found a piece of gold, and he kind of kept it quiet because he had a vision for this area to be an agricultural mecca. And he knew that if people knew there was gold out here, they'd come and tear up the land in search of gold. Well, he wasn't able to keep the secret very long, and by 48, and the 49ers, they all came into this area, tore up the land looking for gold. And then eventually the cost of gold really started decreasing, and then it became more expensive to mine the gold than the actual gold was worth. And so a lot of the gold mines were abandoned. The main economy in Tuolumne County is tourism. A lot of people come up here to Sonora, to Jamestown, take in the sights and look at the old mining towns, so to speak.
So anyway, on there I'm Fred the Trog.
Fred the Trog. What's the Trog?
Trail Riders of Greater Stanislaus.
Trail Riders of Greater Stanislaus. Trogs.
Really, I mean, there's a lot of interesting fun stuff, but you have to come back.
Right. Well, how far are we talking? Like 2 more miles?
Okay, so from here to the other parking lot is 2 miles.
Okay. So we can do that.
Which is going to make it 4 miles back.
So we're right around 8 to 10 miles for the ride. which I think is fine.
Yeah.
He's on e-bikes. He's the only one I worry about, but he's fine now.
Yeah, I keep. I mean, from here to the other parking lot's pretty easy.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
If not, we'll send you to get the truck.
I can do that.
So looking back over the trail itself, it was a single track trail, bushes on both sides, and the bushes were relatively thick, so you had to pay attention as you brushed by those or they would grab a hold of your arm or your handlebar. The trail itself was littered and covered with a lot of jagged edged rocks, so you had to pay attention to that part of it as well. I remember a lot of the trail itself required a lot of physical work and was demanding, therefore I wasn't able to speak freely on the trail as I was already fatigued. All right, just get a second to catch my breath, talk a little bit about the trail. You know, those first few miles there is pretty rocky and it's uphill, so you're gonna get a good little workout there. Probably not ideal for you know, an entry level or beginning bike rider, mountain bike rider. Doesn't mean you can't, just I'm not sure based on your skill set that that would be ideal. As Fred had mentioned, he rarely comes out here after May. It will get really hot out here, and not a ton of canopy or shade cover. As far as the technical parts of the trail, it's just really keeping your balance and letting the bike do the work over the rocks. Kind of a miniature rock gardens, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. Definitely single track. Ooh, got a little passenger branch along for the ride. I seen you laying on the ground. What happened?
He's just picking up a can.
Oh.
Oh, I got excited. Yeah.
He let the bike go, jump, ditch the bike.
No! Yeah, I was being all kind, saying, "Hey, but you can put it in my backpack." And he's like, "No."
Oh, that's funny.
You have the other one.
That's funny. People throwing out good beer.
That was a good little flow right there. That dirt.
Yeah, no, it's really good in here. One thing I noticed about the trail is there's not a lot of trail markings, if any. When I found these trails on Trail Forks, there wasn't a lot of reports, there wasn't a lot of video, a couple pictures. So I would imagine trying to ride this blind, which was the original thought, it'd been a little difficult to kind of know exactly where you're going or where you want to go. So got really blessed and lucky that Fred reached out and offered to show us around. Wow. That's some fun. That's some good stuff right there. As you guys can see, there's pretty good parking, so it's easy to get here and to park and not have to worry about it. They have bathrooms here, so I like that feature. But I'll tell you, when you get right out the gate, you got some rock gardens and a lot of climbing for about a mile and a half or two. I'd recommend, if you can find somebody to ride here with you, just maybe find somebody who has the experience, because the trails are not clearly marked. There is a couple trail markers here and there, but there's a lot of forks in the road, a lot of intersections, and so knowing exactly which way to go would probably be a little challenging. So we found some intel on Facebook about a guy or a group from the Tuolumne County trail riders or trail builders group. They've been working on this new trail. It's over here near Groveland. It's about 15 miles, maybe 20 miles max away from Red Hills, where I just finished up riding. So made the decision I'm going to make my way over there. It's not a long drive or a long ride itself. I think the trail is only about a mile and a half. I do want to go over there. I do want to ride it, get a little video. I promised a couple guys on Facebook that were interested that I would post some video about it, so that's what we're doing. I'm gonna ride a trail called Tap 5. It's a recently finished trail that just got built for this particular area. There's a guy named Dwight that was largely instrumental and involved with the design and the layout. And I'm Dennis.
Dennis, Mark.
Mark, nice to meet you, Mark. And this is called Tap 5? Yes. What's the history behind the name?
Scott, who built the trail with Contour Logic, the one that he's the trail designer, his grandmother passed away during the trail build. Okay. And so he asked if he could name the trail after something to do with his grandmother. And so it had to do with her, with water and getting it hot, and she had to wait 5 seconds to tap the pot 5 times.
That's good stuff right there. Little skinny here, that looks pretty cool.
I like you, I kind of go kind of slow. Make sure I make this right here, we'll kind of scoot.
Yeah, it got me. Nice.
Downhill when I was 45.
Okay.
I was going fast.
Right.
I had no idea. I would just go fast.
Right.
I had no idea. I would just go off in my landings. I would pace them. I mean.
Pretty cool little trail. Some really cool guys. Mark and Dwight. Dwight's, gosh, I think he said he was 70 years old, and man, the way he rides, doing a nose wheelie off of a lipped skinny. I don't know, that's impressive to me. Something I can't do. Maybe one of these days I'll get there. I don't know. Anyway, really cool trail. They're obviously been chasing this dream for, it sounds like, about 9 years. The dream's kind of slowly becoming a reality. Looks like they're getting a lot of support. Looks like pretty promising stuff. So if you're ever out in this area, definitely come by, give them a little love and support, have some fun riding the trail. It's not long, 1.2 miles, maybe 1.3, but it was fun and really good guys. It's always fun to meet up with people, that are kind of behind the scenes of mountain biking, that are doing the trail work and organizing and building their dreams of building some mountain bike areas for other people. Dwight had mentioned to me that this is the first mountain biking trail specific, meaning mountain bikers, I don't know the terminology he used, but mountain bikers have the right of way here as opposed to hikers, which is normally etiquette. So this is kind of the first trail in California on forest land that mountain bikers have the right of way. So some good stuff going on here.